Glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people. And this is my land. This is my land. This is what we pray for. And this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. This is who I am. So welcome to my house.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to stop number 3 of the Worldwide iRacing League Speedweeks as we come to you live from the big city of New Richmond, Wisconsin, where it is Cedar Lake Speedway. What a great night we got planned for you. Myself, Sean Neistat, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get joined by Alex Robinson, but apparently he is bowling for dollars at this moment. And Sean, stop number 3, and every night the hitters have been getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, it has been a big-time week already here. Of course, Alex Bergeron leading the World of Thunder points, so I hope to see him here tonight. Kenny Miller picking up a win on the opening night of this Speed Week. Logan Rumsey winning last night. And, of course, those are some big names, but right now, Clayton Tilley atop the Speed Week point standings. So we've got a lot on hand here tonight, and this racetrack right here, I tell you what, this is relatively new to the iRacing platform, but Cedar Lake Speedway, awesome show it puts on here week after week when you hit this one up with almost no matter the type of car.
Oh, it doesn't matter whether it's a sprint car, whether it's a big block, modified, street stock. I mean, everything is pretty awesome. So qualifying going to be up underway. It will be a 3-car session. There you see Kane Deller. They're first on track there in the 95. So Sean will do 3 cars at a time and work everybody through the qualifying. And then, of course, qualifying will set up our heat races. We'll have 12-lap heat races tonight. Top 2 going directly to to the A main, and then from there on back, everybody going to a series of B mains. Chase Hardy there, going to be out here in qualifying group number A.
Number A, huh?
Or number A, letter A. It's been one of those days.
Number A, letter 1.
Yes. Speaking of number 1, there's turn number 1 right there.
Time's starting to come in now. 11.819 for David Howlett. Chase Hardy, 11.932. Kenny Miller, 11.970 for some early lap times. And Kane Deller right there, 12.161 for the first group. Looks like Group 2 starting to make their way onto the racetrack now for qualifying here tonight.
You bet. Ethan Toder going to roll out first. They're in the 23 machine. It'll be Michael Hensey there in the car behind him. I believe that's the 5 machine tonight on the wing. Ooh, gosh dang it. I don't know. This is going to be one of them hard things to do. Look at that. got the Pabst Blue Ribbon wrap on it. You know that's good. But then you got the flag stand that's got Greenbelt Premium on it. Sean, I don't know which one I'm going to have to drink after the races tonight. They're both tasty beverages.
Oh, I have been to a racetrack where I went to the beer stand afterwards, and I said, I'll have a cold beer. And I said my favorite brand, and they said, we don't have that. And I said, well, what do you have? And they said, we have Greenbelt and Greenbelt Light. I was all right.
What track was that? Because I definitely have to put that on my bucket list.
Redwood Falls, Minnesota.
Oh, duh. I mean, you get up there in that area.
Yeah.
That's good drinking right there. I'm not going to lie. There might be a case of it out in the snow right now.
You can do that now here in these winter months. Just saw Ethan Toder go up to fourth quick, 12:042. You see his car right there. Michael Hensey, a 12:581. Still, David Howlett on top of the charts, 11:819 as we go to group number 3 for group qualifying here tonight.
J.D. Brown out there in the 14. You saw Kendall Tucker. Kendall Tucker, of course, has been a winner on the World of Thunder Esports League over the years. We'll watch that double zero machine and see how they lay some lap times up as Brown and Tucker on the racetrack right now. I believe waiting for one or two more to push on off onto the surface as they will click this place there. Like we said, David Howlett right now, quick time. Can anybody top him? You see Tucker there. Hayden Cardwell on racetrack also. So you've got some hitters in this session.
Boom. J.D. Brown up to second quick. 11:863. Kendall Tucker, 11:871. That's good for third quick. So some quick ones here in group number 3 right now.
There you see Tucker there trying to make something happen. Can he better his time? Not going to happen. Still David Howlett. For Howlett right there, your top getter in qualifying right now. Of course, J.D. Brown's best, an 11.8 with a 44. As Brown goes second quick on the qualifying here tonight as we get ready to roll out yet another group of cars.
50-some cars checked in here tonight. So should be a good night of action here. We got a lot of time trials to get through, a lot of heat races to get through. And boy, is the intensity going to be high when we get into those heats with only 2 transferring. There's Justin Stoles on the racetrack now in his 23 ride, getting his qualifying efforts underway.
Bowen Smith out there in the 71 machine making some laps here. And Braden Baker going to be running the 11 on the scorecard. I'm going to have to assume Bowen Smith will be in the 12 machine, and still Howlett, Brown, Tucker, Hardy, Miller, your top 5.
See, Stoles just moved into the top 5 there, 11:934 for his best lap. Bowen Smith, a 13:170. He'll check in at 12th quick, and I think this is our 5th group beginning to make their way onto the racetrack here for group qualifying tonight.
Cole Cabaret rolling to the racetrack first. Trevor Frank out there on track. You see him there in the shot. Hayden Harvey sitting there, meeting the 3-car sandwich out there as they get ready to turn and burn the Cedar Lake Speedway here for their 2 laps of qualifying. Can they top David Howlett with an 11:819? Can it be done tonight, Sean?
Well, we're going to find out. There's plenty of drivers that have a shot at it still, as we're still very early on in qualifying. See Cole Cabré out there. Trevor Frank just went 12th quick. Looking at Cole making his way around the racetrack. He just shoots up 4th quick for Cole Cabré, 11:904. So good lap there. And here come our next 2 off of turn number 4 to put some laps in the book. Hayden Harvey going to go 11th quick at 12:275 is the quick time for him. So a little shake up there in the top 5 as we'll bump Cole up there into the 4th spot. That puts Chase Hardy back to 5th.
Travis Oldfield going to make his way to the Speedway here in your, I believe, Group 6 qualifying. As we said, pushing just a little over 50 entries tonight, Sean. So a great field, almost a full spot on lobby tonight. So great to have Each and every one of you tuned in here for the inaugural Speed Weeks here for the 410 Sprint Cars in the Worldwide iRacing League Association, of course, running their rules. But what's been nice about this, Sean, is this is night number 3 of racing with 3 different leagues across the iRacing platform. So, been a handful of different drivers. Been a it's kind of like when the All Stars come to Houston, or the Outlaws come to Houston. It's the Outlaws versus the regulars, and it makes for some great action.
Oh, here's a heavy hitter, Tyler Schell on the racetrack. 11th quick on his first go around, 12:108, and he'll jump up to the 8th quick spot, 11:974. So right now we've got 8 drivers making it into that 11th second bracket as Landon Crawley up to speed now. Right now sitting 13th quick. We'll see if the 187 goes any quicker on this lap before heading off the exit. 12:198. He'll take the 12:178 from his first lap. So those 3 head off, and group number 7 making their way onto the track. I'm gonna see, Jerry, if we can keep track of just the number of groups of qualifying we have here. We'll see if we can make that all the way to the end.
Is this 8?
I think this is 7.
Okay.
And nobody's going to know if we're wrong, but we're going to see if we can get it right. As Ernie Williams Jr. comes up to speed, good-looking number 91 car, going to do some rim riding here at Cedar Lake.
He'll rip the lip there in that 91 machine. Also out there on this qualifying effort as we pan on around, watching Ernie Williams. There is Kevin Hanley. Kevin Hanley on the racetrack right now. Everybody working, trying to make something happen, trying to get those better lap times. There's Mark Broderick. Broderick out there in the 20 machine. Ernie Williams will click off 15th quickest here tonight as he does his celebratory hit the Ute tires and catapult himself into the pit area.
That's one thing here about Cedar Lake. If you have a great lap and you want to celebrate, it doesn't take long to get back to the trailer.
No, it doesn't. Darcy Wilson pulling to the racetrack in the 5 car. There is Joe Bornhorst. Joe Bornhorst driving the 17 car tonight. Is a roll out there. Like we said, should see 3 or 4 of them out there in group qualifying. Jamie McCarron on racetrack in the 2. Geez, Sean, that one guy, that number 17, that almost looked like your RC racing car.
That was pretty close. Those are the right colors. Darken that red up a little bit, and you've got a real close scheme to my car.
I know. I saw that when it came on. I thought, oh, somebody stole the thunder of Sean Neistadt's RC car.
No, I've got no thunder. You know that. 24th quick there for Joe Bornhorst. Seeing times coming in here. Jamie McCarron up there, 20th quick, 12:516. For that driver as they'll finish up their qualifying efforts. This was Group 8. Just finishing up. Landon Crawley up there in the 14th spot. I think I just saw him move up there. So continuing on in our qualifying here tonight with the Worldwide iRacing League Association Speed Week action. Night number 3. See Kyle Swader coming on to the racetrack. And there he is.
Yeah. 3-time. 3 in a row. iRacing World Champion in the 410 Sprint Car Division, Alex Bergeron out of Quebec, Canada. Just wrapped that thing up Monday night. What a feat that is when you come around and think about it, Sean. That's a lot of racing to be a world champion.
You know, and this guy, he's got a target on his back and continues to fend off those challenges and keep the world title as 27th quick there as they come up to speed. Let's take a look here for Bergeron. He'll shoot up the chart up to 14th quick, at 12:176.
So racetrack slowing down a bit as Ty Williams out there in the hot rod there. You see Bergeron. Kyle Swader there in the 25 on the racetrack. Bergeron, best lap was a 12:176. We'll put him 14th quickest for the world champion.
So group number 10 comes onto the racetrack. Bo Krebs out here on the Speedway. See him exiting turn number 4. There's a good look at Corey Austin, the 92 ride, entering turn number 1. And Aiden Beerline going to complete this group of 3 as they'll come up to speed here for some more group qualifying. They're starting to get it a little more timed out here. Things looking good as Bo Krebs up to speed. The 188 machine, 14.8. Ooh, loose off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
Yeah. So did you say this is group number 10?
Group 10.
10. Like to count. Yes. You're counting on your fingers because I'm using my toes, correct, Sean?
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah. We'll meet at the middle and we'll double check our work here in a little bit.
Okay, we'll add them up. We'll find
Yes.
someone that can count that high. Is that it? Is there more? Oh,
Yeah,
there's
that's
more
group
coming.
10. That gets us through about 30 entries here or so. So now we've got, we're just over halfway, Jerry. We're just over halfway.
There we go.
Carlin
this is
Curer on the racetrack. Group 11.
Yeah. Group 11 coming out. The old BG products. Mike Augustine, they're in the 72. Augustine driving the 72 machine. They are on track for there, and it'll be Brandon Matson. Brandon Matson, third to come to the racetrack here momentarily. Matson's in the
So
next
2
group
cars.
there. Yeah, 2 cars on this one.
13.710. Carlin Cure's first lap, put him 31st quick. Looking for improvement here on the second lap. And gets it. 12.277. Big jump there, up to 17th quick for the BG products. Driver of the 245.
So taking a look, Mike Augustine right now. Augustine 30th quick with a 13.036. 13.036 for Mike Augustine. Brandon Matson will now roll out in the next group coming to the racetrack.
Group 12.
Yes. And then we've got Jason Randolph. Jason Randolph rolling onto the speedway. And then.
And no one then. Oh, there is a then.
Jimmy Barr. Old JB rolling out of the racetrack there.
Those 3 coming up to speed now. Group 12 of group qualifying here tonight. Brandon Matson going to put his first lap in. And he'll go 34th quick. 13.538 on his opening go-round in the 21 ride. Second lap. Going to improve quite a bit, up to 30th quick. 12.814. Jason Randolph, 13.204, puts him 34th quick. And Jimmy Barr, 12.577 for his best lap. 25th quick. He will cool him down, take him off, and a group 13? Question mark, Jerry? 13?
I think it is. Yes. I have 10 toes curled and 3 fingers.
All right. Rico Robles on the track there, coming off.
I thought you said Rico. It said Rico. I thought it was Rico Abreu making its debut here with the World of Thunder. But
Rico's just a fast name.
yes, Rico Robles out there on the racetrack for his first lap time. So Kenny Miller as well out there. Heading back, of course, Kenny Miller, a winner last night, I do believe.
Yeah, took the win Monday night at Volusia.
Not Monday.
Yeah, and jumped up to 7th quick for Kenny Miller into the 11-second bracket. 11.970 was his fast lap, so that'll put the top 8 under the 11-second mark. Travis Oldfield sitting there in the 9th spot at midnight for his lap time.
Getting snow at the beginning of the week and spending many countless hours in either a pickup or on a tractor. I've lost track of the weeks and the days.
Yeah.
And the times.
When you're on a speed week, does the day really matter? It's just the next day up, right?
I know. I got that coming up in February. I got 7 nights in a row, and it's going to be like, okay, what day is it today? What track is it? That tells me what day it is.
Don't you go off to Texas soon for some nights?
Yeah, we're off 2 nights on that stock car.
Ah, okay. Well, that's enough for me to lose count. Colton Anderson, 37th quick, 13,288. I could lose count after 2 nights of racing, or during 2 nights of racing. That's easily done.
I just have to remember when to get on a plane to leave and when to get on a plane to come home. If I remember, if everything else happens in between, I'll be good. Jack Weaver out there in the 34. He goes 40th quick with a 13,656. Better than his first lap time, but a little off the pace as he bobbles.
What are the
Jack
odds
Weaver out
of
there.
What are the odds of that many cars checked in, and in a group of 2, we have 2 black and green race cars, almost identical? What's the chance?
I know. It threw me off there a minute.
Adam Hammerding coming onto the racetrack, the number 42 ride. He'll come up to speed for this next group of qualifying.
Angel Ortega on racetrack. Ortega out there, the 3rd car in line, and Dustin Hall in the 331. It's a good-looking hot rod.
There's a lot of good-looking cars here tonight. I'm impressed.
I know it. I'll have to see if Alex Robinson times in tonight.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. Let's hope so. Let's go on board Adam Hammerding right now. The 42 car coming up to speed. Here's a lap around the Cedar Lake Speedway, down the back straightaway. And then you got to watch out for those tires down there on the bottom of the racetrack. And if you take a bad angle off the corner, you'll grab that outside straightaway wall down these front straightaways. It's a little trickier than it would seem for this racetrack, but it'll bite you in a hurry. Dustin Hall, 34th quick, 12,831 for his best lap.
As you ride along with Dustin Hall right now, you see a couple different lines of racing as qualifying, as the 2 different drivers and their different driving style.
I like that view when you can see their hands, because that's what, even in iRacing, that's what their hands are doing behind the wheel. I love that view as we go on board Mason Crawford, who's out here in this next group, taking a nice slow lap before the pace picks up. Here's Brandon Surt's view, and Mason Crawford out here on the racetrack.
So as they roll on around, Crawford there, you see him sawing at the wheel. Ooh, little big swing at that one down there in turn number 3 and 4 as they roll it on around. I've always said a sprint car with a wing on it. You drive more left and right than you do going straight. You're always turning these things, Sean. You know, it's growing up around the sprint cars. Is you if you're going straight if your hands are straight on the wheel, it's because you're usually hanging on after the flip.
Absolutely, yeah. You should always be turned a little bit right on the straightaways with all the stagger, and then it doesn't take a whole lot to twitch them to get them turning into the corner. As Brandon Surt goes 12,791, 34th quick, and then you don't want a whole lot of action with your hands in the corner. If there's a whole lot going on with your hands, chances are the race car is not acting as it should. So that's why I like those onboard views. You can really get a feel for the handling of these cars and what the driver behind the wheel is facing out there, just based off what their hands are doing.
Exactly. And I believe only 45 cars, Sean, taking time tonight. And that should wrap up our... Yes, only.
That's enough in my book. That's a lot of cars, man.
Exactly. And he came out early. And was swinging with a big bat. Goes quick time tonight. David Hollett, J.D. Brown, Kendall Tucker, Cole Cabaret. Then it'll be Chase Hardy, Justin Stoles, and Kenny Miller. Those are your fast 7, Sean, and they will be your pole setters of tonight's 7 heat races, as we will line up 7 of them for 12 laps, and the top 2 transfer.
Only 2. That's incredible. As the heat race number 1 starting to form up down there in the staging area. Starting lineup on your screen, you see David Howlett, your quick timer here tonight in car number 7. He lines up on the pole. Rochelle outside of him in the 44 on the scoring pylon tonight. They are in your front row.
We'll go to the Evil Empire Sim Sports 187 and Landon Crawley into his outside. That will be the 4th place starter from the Firm Motorsports. That is Jamie McCarran.
Starting inside the third row is the 42. It's Adam Hommerding behind the wheel. And next to him, David Allen in car number 1.
Final 2 starters will be Bo Krebs in the 168 from Vanderpool Racing and Jacob Smith in the 8 car. As there's a good shot down the front straightaway. You want to know something really cool, Sean?
Yes, I do.
I've got to stand in that flag stand during a World Outlaw show at Cedar Lake years and years ago.
Have you really?
Yes, I didn't get to wave the flags. I was handing, but it's weird how, you climb up in that flag stand and you sit back off the racetrack and you think this ain't going to be fun. Whew. It's crazy how quick them things move at this place.
Were you close enough to feel the suction off of the wings? See, a lot of people think like the car comes by and there's just a bunch of wind, but if you're on a flag stand, particularly with 410 sprint cars, you will feel the suction off of the cars. It pulls you down, especially if you're holding the flags. It's incredible.
Oh, it's amazing. I've had a chance to flag some 410 and 360 stuff. I remember one night at Fairmont, Minnesota, of course, big, huge half mile. And I mean, they carry a ton of speed up there. And it was like, you don't realize the turbulence. And as you said, like the vortex that those big wind foils on top of these things create. And speaking of on top, we're going to get on top of that green flag and go 12 laps of distance for heat race number 1.
Look at this battle for the second spot. Shell's going to sneak around the outside of Crawley. Shell into position number 2. That's all that would transfer directly to the A main. David Howlett leads lap number 1, and here's a battle for the lead.
Tyler Shell says you can have that quick time. I'm going to run around the bottom side now. I'm going to slide to the top. Here comes Shell back to the number 2 spot. David Howlett right there, your leader. They'll go back down the front straightaway. It'll still be Tyler Shell back to the race lead. Howlett, Crawley, Hommerding go back to the number 5 spot. Is it still Tyler Shell, your race leader? Now look at this battle for a better B-main starting spot deep in the field.
Yeah, every position matters. As you see the 187 of Crawley, he's got the wing pulled back, trying to come forward as the 42 of Hommerding gets into that yellow wall around the outside of the racetrack. But right now, it looks like Crawley really trying to make this a half-miler as the Shell and Howlett bandits continue to run 1-2. Here comes Allen, though, sneaking in. He may make a battle for this transfer spot.
Down the back straightaway, now down the front straightaway, Shell, followed by Howlett, Allen, McCarron. Those are your top 3 or top 4 down the back straightaway. The battle is on, though, as watch his action getting down into turn number 3 and 4. Side by side and wing to wing. They'll dance into turn number 1 and 2. Howlett down there on the bottom side. He may go from quick time to having to come through a B main, Sean. How would that factor out?
That would be tough, as you see right now. David Allen, the man on the mission, the number 1 ride. He's got that second position that puts him directly in the A. Does he have enough time to potentially chase down Tyler Shell, who's out there in the race lead? They'll flash by the front straightaway.
You've got working lap number 9 down the back straightaway. Shell, your race leader. David Allen, a long distance phone call back there in the number 2 spot. Third right now is Howlett and Allen. Allen in the second spot, Howlett in third as they work down into turn number 1 and 2. As Shell and Allen right now looking to punch their tickets easily into tonight's A main.
Shell looking very strong there in the 85 ride. He'll sail it down into turn number 1. Still has David Allen about a straightaway behind him in that second spot. They'll make their way off of turn number 4 right now. Tyler Shell sees the white flag at the flag stand. Final lap of our opening of 7 heat races here tonight.
White flag is out, and Tyler Shell making this one look easy. Tell you what, give him the keys. He's driving the bus to school as he'll school him down the front straightaway. Tyler Shell with the win. David Allen going to the number 2 spot, and those 2 cars become your first 2 qualifiers in tonight's third stop for the Worldwide iRacing League stop here with the World of Thunder at Cedar Lake. Taking a look at results, Sean, Tyler Shell, David Allen, 1 and 2. Howlett, then it'll be McCarron, Crowley, Hommerding, Krebs, and Smith. Those guys will all be going to a series of last chance qualifiers.
Heat race number 2 forming up in the staging area. Another 12-lapper with 2 transfer spots to tonight's main event up for grabs. J.D. Brown, second quick in timing here tonight in the number 14 for Slick Sim Sports. He'll start on the pole. Travis Oldfield, the number 38 on his outside.
We'll see Hayden Harvey out of Vanderpool Racing, the 55, and Braden Baker out of the Mid-South region driving the 71.
Rico Robles in the Momentum Sim Sports number 3 lines up 5th on the grid, and joining him in row number 3, that's Mason Crawford in car number 49.
Starting shotgun on the field, it will be the 034 from the Mid-South Dirt Slingers. That is Jack Weaver. Jack Weaver driving the 34. So heat race number 2, Sean, another 12-lapper looking for the deuce.
Yeah, deuce or your deuces into the B main here tonight with a stout field of cars, tough format. That's all what this Worldwide iRacing League Association Speedweek is about with these 410 sprints. J.D. Brown, Travis Oldfield, side by side on that front row. Everyone behind them stacking up just a little bit as we work to the green. The pace truck's going to hurry and scurry on out of there, and we are green on heat 2.
Down into turn number 1 and 2, it is going to be J.D. Brown to the early race lead. Follow them, it's Travis Oldfield. Oldfield there to the number 2 spot. Hayden Harvey's got to run. Harvey's going to look down to the inside. Off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Harvey downstairs in the 55, seeing the front pack break away. As here comes Oldfield, though. He's going to look on Brown down into turn number 3.
Caution flag is out over the speedway. We've got trouble over there at the exit of turn number 2. Going to put us under the caution. Here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. And watch this one for the 4th position here. There you see the 3 of Rico Robles down there on the bottom. He's got a little bobble with the tires maybe he got into and then got collected up from behind. And, well, that's all she wrote. That brings out the caution there for what was a very, very good-looking number 3 car of Robles down there. If you see here, yeah, he may just happen to clip one of those tires. Yeah, boy, if he didn't, it was awfully close, and then just the contact from behind. And it's all it takes. Just a little touch here in these 410 sprint cars, and you're gone.
Yeah, may have thought he was going to get into the tires and upset the car, and probably had to back out of the throttle just a bit when he did that, Sean. It was... Oops, hang on. This is going to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, and it's almost impossible in that position when you're that close behind him to get checked up in time to not make that contact. So, no malice on that incident down there. Nobody wanted anything bad to happen. It's just chain reaction stuff. So quick on a tight racetrack like this, 3/8 of a mile is the Cedar Lake Speedway. It may come in a little bit shorter than that, but things happen in a hurry here.
Speaking of a hurry, pace truck's going to hurry down the front straightaway, and we're going to go back to the green flag. It is going to be Brown, your race leader. Here comes Oldfield. Oldfield going to take a look from the midsection of the racetrack, Sean. He's looking for some grip down there. Knows if he runs to the top and follows your race leader, there's no way he's going to get around it, but also knows being in the number 2 spot, he's comfortably in the lead, except for now, sliders are served.
And how about a return down here? Here comes Brown back to the point. The number 14 out front, and a look at that race for 3rd as well. Here comes a battle for the lead. Brown to the bottom, slide job off of turn number 2, and make that Oldfield with the slider. He's got it back. Here comes Brown, trading it on both ends, Jerry.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 3 a.m. in the morning, and the crave cases are all you can eat down into turn number 1 and 2. Here they come back on the bottom side. It's still Oldfield and Oldfield and Brown. They are exchanging haymakers back and forth and back down into turn number 1 and 2. Working lap number 7. Now look at this. This is going to open the door. Hayden Harvey says, you guys keep throwing them sliders at each other. I'm going to bring me one of them fries and shake sides. I'm working on into the number 3 spot now.
Yeah, I think Hayden Harvey may have been the most excited man, but look at this. Mason Crawford tried for the daily double and doesn't get any of them. He slips back to the 4th spot. He'll get back on the pony off of turn number 4. Top 3 all together as we head down into turn number 1. Harvey to the bottom, looking for 2nd. He'll have it momentarily, but Brown back around his outside.
Hayden Harvey, he's got the radio tuned, and it's all the 80s hits at Devo, because he's going to crack that whip and try to make that thing sing around that 14 car. He does not want to run a B main as they work down into turn number 3 and 4. Great onboard shot with Hayden Harvey down the front straight. Look at this move. Ooh. He'll swing to the inside. Doctor, here you go. You've got a new 2nd place runner, but they're back on the inside.
Brown back to the inside. You see him there. Here comes Harvey around the outside. Doesn't get the momentum. Slamming the door. J.D. Brown will go back to his inside here. What a battle on the final lap for that transfer spot. Back straight away for the final time.
It is going to be Oldfield, your race leader. Who's going to be off at turn number 4? Who's got the bigger set of them? It is J.D. Brown at the line. Wow. Coming up, and Hayden Harvey going to the number 2 spot. And, well, word of the day, kids. Sliders in heat race number 2. There was a plethora of them. And taking a look at your 2 transfer cars, it'll be Travis Oldfield and J.D. Brown going to the A main. Cannot take anything away from him. You know, we learned something for the B. Hayden Harvey, Mason Crawford, Rico Ravels, Jack Weaver, and Braden Baker. Those 7 cars in that order. Moving on into, well, the A and some Bs. Heat 3 coming.
2.5 tenths, the deciding factor between an A main or going to a B here out of Heat 2. Heat 3, Kendall Tucker will be on the pole in the 00. Hayden Cardwell outside in the number 9 ride.
Carlin Cure driving the 245, and it will be Kyle Swader driving the 25 to the outside of row number 2.
The 17 of Joe Bornhurst inside the third row. He'll start 5th, and next to him, Aiden Beerline in car number 28 for OBR Sim Sports.
Rolling off into the number 7 spot. Shotgun on the field. Back there in the drag slot. That's Angel Ortega. Angel Ortega in the 64. So those are your cars and stars. Oh, I thought Kyle Larson was here tonight.
No, that's Rico Abreu's car now. He's now in the Silva Motorsports 57.
Oh.
Gotta stay up on
I know. I'm sorry, I can't keep up on the current events and stuff. You know, I mean, if it's not on the AM radio, I don't get to see it.
I want someone to roll back and watch the replay of Heat 2 and let us know how many lead changes there were. That was incredible. As we'll get ready now, Heat race number 3 is underway. Kendall Tucker out to the initial lead. He doesn't want to see any lead changes in this one.
No, he says, I'll take the lead and you guys cannot have it. So off of turn number 4, Kendall Tucker down the front straightaway, the 57, which is the 9 of Hayden Cardwell. Hayden Cardwell right there to the number 3 spot. Man, you've got some world-class racers in this one tonight. They'll hustle off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Tucker, Cardwell, and Cure, your top 3.
Cure about 8 car lengths there out of the transfer spot. Cardwell right on the tail tank of Kendall Tucker. They'll both dip low in turn 3, slide them up in turn number 4. It's still Tucker. Cardwell as they go down, changing lines in turn number 1. Can Cardwell get the run down the back straightaway he needs? Cannot. It's still Tucker.
It is Cardwell. Going to throw lasso and try to get a hold of that rear bumper on the 00 of Tucker, but look at this battle back here. It is a 245 of Carlin Cure. Cure right there, working down to the inside of the racetrack comes the 17 of Bornhorst. That is the 13 of Aiden Berline. Berline back there working the inside, working the outside. What a battle for the number 3 spot.
Yeah, great race going on here for third. A couple of different lines being used right now. Advantage Beerline as he runs that higher line off the racetrack. Cure, though, coming to his inside, gets the car a little loose off of turn number 2. That may be all Beerline needs to secure that third position. Still quite a ways back from Hayden Cardwell, who runs in position number 2, which is the final transfer spot.
Still Tucker, Cardwell, Beerline. That's your top 3. Field will work down the front straightaway. Now working lap number 9. Into turn number 1 and 2 of 12. They'll continue to roll the top of the racetrack. Still Tucker, Cardwell, 1 and 2 this time.
Cardwell had a little trouble there. And look at this. Suddenly, we've got a little bit of a battle shaping up for that second spot. Cardwell runs the bottom, Beerline on the top, trying to make the most of the momentum. Now they switch lines. Slider? No, not quite. Cardwell continues to run in the final transfer spot with 2 laps to go.
I saw Cardwell got up there, tagged the right rear on the Crete down there. Oh, speaking of tagging the Crete, holy cow, Cardwell just races his way out of a transfer. Made huge contact with the outside retaining wall. As the white comes out, it's now Tucker and Beerline. Your 1 and 2 runners as Kendall Tucker, Sean, going to bring it down to checkers in the win.
Big change there at the end as Tucker gets the win. Beerline gets the transfer. Cure in third. Bornhorst, Swader, Cardwell, Ortega. I think Cardwell knocked the whole rear end out of that car in that final tag in the concrete. There you see, that thing was crab walking down the front straightaway when he crossed under the checkered. So heat race number 3 into the books, and another exciting one, Jerry.
Yes, it was Kendall Tucker, Aiden Beerline. They moved directly to the A main. Then we will see Cure, Bornhorst, Swader, Then it'll be Cardwell and Ortega. Those cars are going to a series of last chance B-mains.
Racing
Heat
action
race
continues.
Yeah. Well, how about number? What heat race was? That's heat race number 4. We're halfway through, Sean.
We are. So heat race number 4 going to push off. Cole Cabret on the pole position. He's lining up from his Florida home. Ethan Toder next to him for Drew Hopkins Racing in the 03.
Taking a look at row number 2 to the inside is Kevin Hanley in the 110, and Clayton Tilley, winner on the second night, was last night's winner in the 43 machine.
Third row inside, Dustin Hall, the 331. And next to him, that's Jason Randolph for the Firm Motorsports in car 47.
Then it will be John Helms in the 21. John Helms, I did kind of goof that up. I had a stat in my mind that screwed it up, as Clayton Tilley is your points leader for Speedweek coming into tonight. I knew he was winning or leading something. I just got it all goofed up. Too many things running through my head and a whole lot of empty space. And they ran into each other, Sean.
There's 2 things in your head, empty space and one stat to remember here. And
I screwed one of them up. Man, that thing was bouncing around and hitting more things than the guy in the super late model during a Sunday night show.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, I think we've got a green flag. It's Cole Cabret out to the lead. Ethan Toder in that second spot as we hustle him down the back straightaway. Look at this run on the outside for Clayton Tilley.
Tilley right there in the 51. He's going to try to drive down underneath. They had him almost fanned out 4 wide. It'll be Tilley. Oh, look out. Hang on. Troubles down there as Tilley moves to the number 2 spot. Here comes Dustin Hall. Hall around Toder to the number 3 position.
Battles for that 3rd spot continues as Hall has it. Toder right there behind him. Toder down there in the tractor tires, and it's going to upset the car, and he'll lose a spot. Dustin Hall runs 3rd. Jason Randolph just took 4th. It's still Cole Cabret out front.
Working it on down there. You saw it. Toder down there tickled the tires. You can't do that in a sprint car. You can maybe get by with it in another class of cars, but not a sprint car here at Cedar Lake. It's still Cabret, Tilley, 1 and 2, Hall. Now Toder, this is a great 3-car battle. They'll fan him off 3 wide, coming off at 2 and down the back straightaway. To the outside is now the 47 machine of Randolph. Look at Randolph in the white car down the front straightaway.
Trying to make it work up there, but not making up a whole lot of ground as you see those cars all around them. They're just really kind of running about equal laps back there, no matter what line they use, which is a beautiful thing. Taking a look at Ethan Toder's 23. He's starting to chase in Dustin Hall just a little bit. They'll head down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Hall in the black 331. Toder, the black and pink car, had a good run on him, and then Hall pulled back away.
Toder back there in the 23 car is Cole Cabret. Still your race leader, Clayton Tilley. 1 and 2, they work him on down. We'll start lap number 9, lap 9 of 12 as we go on board with your race leader. And man, it is nothing but just clean air behind him. Cole Cabret working the top spot. You see back there, second place runner trying to find a different line. I mean, they know they're in second, but you also have to do some testing. A heat race, when you know you're qualified for the feature, Sean, is all about finding that line you're going to need later in the feature.
Absolutely. You know Cole's having a good race. There's not a speck of mud on his helmet, his shield, or anywhere in the front of that race car. He has been out front since the drop of the green, and he's got about a lap and a half remaining for the D1RT racing driver as he'll make his way down into the corner with the white flag in the air.
White is waving, and now you've got a half lap to go down into turn number 3 and 4. Cole Cabret, your race winner. Points leader, Clayton Tilley, coming home into the number 2 spot, and that will wrap up heat race number 4, Sean, as they all click on the cross. Looks like John Helms, the only car not to complete the 12th lap. Let's take a look at your line or your results. Cole Cabret, Clayton Tilley to the A. To the B's, it will be Hall, Toder, Hanley, Randolph, and Helms. Ready for heat race 5.
4 in the books, 5, 6, and 7 to go. Chase Hardy has the pole of heat race number 5 for the Drew Hopkins Racing car number 99. The Black Diamond Motorsports number 91, Ernie Williams, joins him in row number 1.
Going to row number 2 to the inside is Trevor Frank in the 15, and to his outside driving the 81, that's JB, that's Jimmy Barr.
The 51, Mark Broderick, starts inside the third row. Mike Augustine next to him, a pair of Pennsylvania drivers. Augustine in the 72.
Then it is the 32 of Tyler No. Tyler No, they're in the 32. It could be No or Noe. I've got some friends with that same last name here in Iowa. It's pronounced Noe, so 50-50 shot.
I've known a few Noes. I've known a few Noes as well.
I've heard a lot of Noes myself.
I hear you. I hear you there.
I always ask, and I always get told no. And I asked the lady at McDonald's, why won't you let me supersize it?
That's not all you asked. Last time you wanted to put your head under the ice cream machine, and they said no to that too.
You know why they said no? Because the ice cream machine at McDonald's is always broken. Unlike here in heat race number 5, as nobody's broke down, they are all toked down into turn number 3 and 4. Chase Hardy going to be the race leader, but here comes Ernie Williams back on the inside.
Will Williams throw the slider? No, he sticks the middle, and he'll stick the lead. Here comes that slider. No, maybe not. Ernie Williams, Chase Hardy, side by side for the lead. Chase Hardy has it at the line by about, maybe 8 inches.
We'll see what happens down the back straightaway. It is the hang on, Ernie Williams getting up there and does a little concrete dance there at the top of the racetrack. He's going to pull this one to the infield. She's all jacked up, cracked up on the front end as Chase Hardy has got company. Here comes Mark Broderick. Broderick there on the outside of the racetrack. Broderick in the 51, the 116 of Chase Hardy down there on the bottom. Sean, they're going to be too wide down the back straightaway.
Broderick's got the run, though, on the high side. Now he'll run through the middle. He's got more momentum, and he's got the race lead. I think from the third row, your race leader, Mark Broderick, kind of showing the way around the racetrack here in this 51. He's got Chase Hardy now on the bubble for a transfer.
Broderick right now putting on a clinic as they work him down into turn number 1 and 2. It is the 116. Chase Hardy back there in the number 2 spot. Trevor Frank has moved to 3rd. Broderick will lead him on down as we are just past the halfway mark down. Now 7 down, 5 to go.
Broderick and Hardy, but they can't relax. Trevor Frank right there in the shot, running in 3rd. He's still within striking distance and plenty of time as we go on board. Trevor Frank down the front straightaway into turn 1 and 2, running that middle of the racetrack, and he's right there. You see Chase Hardy right in front of him. That's the distance from running a B to having a ticket to the A.
You do that and you watch Trevor Frank. He's got to finesse and slow that car down right there around the bottom to work that thing, Sean. You got to be easy on it as we watch out now from the cockpit view as you see that thing get awful sideways. It gets tight about middle of the racetrack. We'll have to see if he's got anything there as we've got 2 laps to go. Still Broderick and Hardy, 1 and 2.
He's been able to get close, but hasn't made it any closer than you see it right there. But Trevor Frank now on the very bottom. There's still some moisture down there. Chase Hardy retains the 2nd position. Final chance now for Trevor Frank to punch his ticket directly to the A main. Meanwhile, Mark Broderick takes it to him in heat race number 5. He goes to the A as a winner, and Chase Hardy will hold on in 2nd, and he also goes to tonight's main event.
So there you have it. Broderick and Hardy, 1 and 2. They will move on in as we wait for everybody to cross the timing score or the timing loop to get you your results. Mark Broderick, Chase Hardy punching their tickets to the A. Frank, Augustine, Barr, Williams, and No all going to go to the B mains.
Guess what, Jerry?
I bet you this is Heat 6.
You got it. 2 heat races to go here tonight. That means we've got 4 more direct transfers to the A main up for grabs. In heat race number 6, Justin Stoltz, the Vanderpool Racing 23, lines up inside row number 1, and we've got an Aussie in the field, I believe, Kane Deller, outside the 95 car.
We got 2 of them. Tracy Wilson in the 5 car sits inside of row number 2. To the outside is the 4 from Coyote Racing. That is Michael Hinsey.
Brandon Surratt, the 73, lines up inside the 3rd row. Colton Anderson outside in car 45.
Shotgun on the field. That'll be J.P. Scheiderer JP Scheider in the 48. You know, you're talking about that trip we took to McDonald's, and you know, part of that's true, you know, because you know at McDonald's there's two things. You know, there's two things that don't work at McDonald's, right?
The ice cream machine, always.
Yes, me and the ice cream machine. Neither one of us work at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I did make a traveling deal out of that. I would stop just for giggles to when I, you know, in the summer, drive through the deal and go to the McDonald's and say, hey, can I get a ice cream cone? No, we're ice cream machine. They had a word for it when it's cleaning. It's can't remember what it is. And one night I rolled in like at a 7th. We got rained out one night. Rolled in at like 7:15. It's, hey, can I get a twist cone? Oh no, we're whatever our ice cream machine. I said, you realize you're open till midnight. You're cleaning your ice cream machine now. It fathomed me. It fathomed me as much as the pace truck on iRacing at Cedar Lake. It screams. So look at this. We got 3 of them not making the call, not gridding up. So this is going to be a 4-pack for 12 laps, Sean. Is this going to be Stoltz, Wilson, Deller, and Anderson, your top 4?
There you see already a good battle for the lead. Justin Stoltz has it. Darcy Wilson in that second spot will slide it on up, trying to grab some of the cushion coming off of turn number 4. Deller really coming in close there for that second and final transfer spot. So second and third pretty close as Wilson banged the wall on the back straightaway.
Justin Stoltz and Darcy Wilson 1 and 2. That's all you got to be. First and second to go to the A. But we'll see how this one shakes on down. See if there's any sort of, mix up in the top 2 spots as you take a look off the cage backwards with your race leader Justin Stoltz in the 23 machine. Stoltz, you just see right there how close they get to that tail tank and how close down there in turn 1 and 2, Sean, they run to the wall, and that now is going to open the door in a battle for the lead.
Here comes Darcy Wilson, slider off turn number 2, and Wilson has the race lead, but for a moment, Justin Stoltz, he'll return the favor over here in turn number 4. Stoltz back to the point. He'll come by the flag stand and rip it back down to turn number 1. Stoltz changing lines. Darcy Wilson right there still in second.
Darcy Wilson all over Justin Stoltz, trying to make something happen, trying to get up alongside and rattle the cage of your race leader, Justin Stoltz, getting ready to holler out the window, you know, being from Australia. Did the dingo get you, baby? And see what happens. See if they can rattle him on up as they work him off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Stoltz still your leader. Wilson back to the inside. Sean, there it is. Slide and crossover.
And a bang into the wall there for Wilson. And I don't think that's what they say in Australia, but I don't know. Maybe you know better than me. Stoltz back to the race lead. He'll lead. Pull it away now from Wilson. Wilson may have some damage after banging the right rear into the concrete. 1 lap ago. It does it again on the back straightaway. Here's a race for the 3rd spot. Anderson and Deller going to battle it out for that one. They nearly make contact coming off of turn number 4. About a lap and a half to go for your race leaders.
Down the back straightaway, Stoltz, still Wilson, Deller, and Anderson. For a 4-car heat race, Sean, you have got, it's one of those races where I say it's not quantity, it's quality. And this has been a good one as they make contact. If this was nighttime and it was fenders, there'd have been sparklers and snakes. As we come to the checkered flag, Stoltz and Wilson, your top 2. Still banging the wall.
Deller and Anderson really close there at the line as well as Heat 6 goes official.
So we'll take a look here at your results. It'll be Stoltz, then Wilson, Deller, Anderson. So a pair of Aussies sandwiched by a pair of stateside racers. Then the drivers not making the call, Hensey, Surratt, and Scheider. Heat race number last coming, Sean.
Kenny Miller on the pole, the Phantom Motorsports car number 39. He was Monday's winner at Volusia. And Alex Bergeron picking up the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series iRacing Championship on Monday night. His 3rd consecutive title. He starts outside of the opening row.
Ty Williams out of Michigan in the 27 to the inside. And Corey Austin from the Mid-South Dirt Slingers in the 92.
Braden Matson starts 5th on the grid inside the 3rd row, and joining him in row number 3 is Bowen Smith. They drive cars 36 and 2.
Logan Rumsey, the Slick Sport 41 car starts shotgun. You have never heard the myth out of Australia of the dingo eating the baby?
I don't think they yell at each other when they're racing. I don't think they do.
You never know. You never know. I mean, I've heard some of the stuff that Brett Wheeler yells.
None of which is broadcastable.
No, it isn't. I mean, I think they use a whole different language down there. I don't know what it is. But he does say, and I have tried it, and I'm not a fan, but apparently he eats it like it's going out of style. Vegemite. I've tried it stateside. Maybe it's different maybe it's a different flavor over in Australia, but I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, you see, you got to enjoy it down there when the toilets swirl in the other direction. It makes the big difference. As Alex Bergeron swirling around the field right now, the 12 machine out to the race lead. Coming back to his inside. Ty Williams as we race for the lead. Nearly 3 deep for the front spot right here. Bergeron rips around the top, gets side by side for that front spot again.
You got Bergeron, Williams, and Matson right there, 1, 2, and 3. Look at this. They'll fan it out down the front straightaway. Bergeron, your race leader. Then you see Brandon Matson, the 21 car, up on the outside, followed down to the inside of Ty Williams. Great battle for the number 2 spot. Bergeron is going to let it slide to the top, grab the top of the racetrack, and roll down into turn number 1.
Matson's still in the second spot. Down the back straightaway they go. Rumsey into position number 3, started deep on the field, so that 41 car on the move from way back. Now one out of a transfer in the Swindell Speed Labs ride.
Rumsey right back there, of course, picking up the win in one of our shows earlier. I believe last night it was, as we talk about Logan Rumsey, the driver out of Pennsylvania, a well-credited 600cc micro racer for the young racer out of Pennsylvania. Had a great showing at the Tulsa Shootout this year. Is looking for a great showing here in tonight's WWILA. Stop number 3 is, just as it's the announcer's curse, Sean. Just as you start to talk nice about them, they do something. Well, things got a little steppy down there in turn 1 and 2 as they go to the replay here. You're going to see a little tickle too much to the tires.
Yeah, the thing is with sprint cars, Jerry, the tires don't tickle back. It's not Elmo. They bite. And that's exactly what happened to Logan Rumsey down here. Just chomp, chomp, and they'll spin him around.
He had 3/4 of the car below the tires. Watch this right here. So, zing, and then look, and then, oh, he was up on the unicycle too, by the way.
He was. It really tried to save it with the 360. I would have really been impressed had he done that, but that was a wild one there going for that transfer spot. Yeah, there it is. One wheel. I've seen a driver save that. It was Tim Kading last year at Houston Speedway. Had it up on just the right rear. Saved it.
I don't know if you were there or not, but I watched it on the old Speed Shift back in the day. Remember when Danny Lasowski did the 720 on the front stretch at Park Jefferson?
I was announcing that race.
I thought you were. I thought you were announcing that deal. But man, I mean, stuff like that, did you see on iRacing? Like, oh, that doesn't happen out in real life. I remember that deal. Talked to Doug Clark about it, and I said, Doug, why'd you throw the, talked to him, I said, why'd you throw the yellow? Oh, I didn't think he was going to save that thing.
That was a pretty good Doug Clark impression there. As Braden Matson, Kenny Miller now up there to challenge for the transfer spot is the Monday night winner, but still one out of a transfer. Yeah, that was a wild 720 that night. Laps winding down here in the final heat race. Still all Bergeron out front.
As they roll them on around the racetrack, Alex Bergeron, Brandon Matson, then it is Kenny Miller, your top 3. They'll work them on down off a 2 and down the back straightaway. Bergeron, like you said, off of his 3rd consecutive World of Outlaws championship run. 3-time world champion out here leading the field is Sean. We've got a lap and a half left in this one.
Kenny Miller still wanting to get a ticket to the A main. He's got to run. Can he keep it off of the corner? White flag is in the air. Braden Matson trying to hold on to the transfer spot. Kenny Miller with a half lap to get there. He'll get to the outside. contact as Miller was sneaking around the outside. He's got the last transfer spot. Bergeron gets the win. Kenny Miller sneaks in for the final transfer position. Wow,
Miller.
what a finish.
I knew he had just enough room on the outside, and like we said, with as much steer as these things have off the stagger, the tires, Sean, and the way you can take the air off of another guy's wing, we saw it right back there as Alex Bergeron, Kenny Miller, 1 and 2. There, of course, he was your night 1 winner, Miller. Logan Rumsey, last night's feature winner, going to a B main. Ty Williams, Bowen Smith, Corey Austin, and Brandon Madsen rounding out the field. As we get ready to go, some B mains. Looks like we'll see top 5 to the A main. And, well, like we said, starting lineup stacked.
All of these races going to be stacked here tonight. David Howlett, your quick timer, finds himself in our first B main here tonight. The 7 car on the pole. Carlin Cure, the 245, outside row 1.
Trevor Frank going to drive the 15 to the inside row number 2, and Logan Rumsey driving the 41 for Slick Sim Sports on the outside.
Third row will have Mason Crawford, the 49 inside. Ethan Toder for Drew Hopkins Racing in the 03 lines up 6th.
Row number 4, it is Colton Anderson in the 45 and Landon Crawley in the 187.
Row number 5, Kyle Swader in the 25. Jimmy Barr, the 81 outside.
Then we will see right there Bowen Smith in the 11 and Jack Weaver in the 034.
7th row, Jason Randolph inside in the 47. Brandon Surratt, the 73, will line up outside.
Then we will go to Bo Krebs in the 168 and Angel Ortega in the 64.
Final scheduled starters, the 32 of Tyler Noe in 17th, and your 18th starter, Braden Matson, in the 36. So 18 cars, 15 times around. 5. Did I hear that right, Jerry? 5 transfer to the A.
Yes, 5 to the A main. So you liked my Doug Clark? The only thing I didn't have was I didn't have a Miller.
I've got you covered on that one here tonight.
Oh, dang it! I knew you'd have my back on an old Doug Clark reference there. Here we go. Look at this. Oh boy, hang on. Oh, we got troubles. Everybody's going to keep it straight and keep it moving, as it's going to be Tyler Howlett, your race leader. But Sean, it is going to get rough and dirty back here for the number 5 spot. Everybody wants their one more chance to dance. Can they do it tonight?
Logan Rumsey making some bold moves here early on in that 41 machine. He has just taken over the 2nd spot. Frank Toder, 3rd and 4th back there on the bubble right now. Colton Anderson, see right there, Anderson in the 23. He's got the final transfer spot, but they are sharks hungry in the water right behind him, trying to go to tonight's A.
You got fins to the left and fins to the right, and everybody's wanting to go to the A tonight, so we'll see what happens as top 5 will transfer. Howlett, Rumsey, Frank, Toder, and Anderson, your top 5. Kyle Swader back there in the 23 is 1 out of a transfer. They will fan it 2 by 2 by 2 right on in behind them, Sean. As you know, they're going to, for 6 on back, get real hungry real quick.
Yeah, look at this move here for the Pennsylvania driver, working the top, and now Anderson may get shuffled back. They're 3 wide behind your final transfer car, and they're banging some wheels down there. That doesn't work well in sprint cars. That outside line, it is treacherous when you exit the corner, but they have been banging the concrete all night long. Look at this battle off of turn 4.
Down the front straight, like you said, Brandon Matson back there in the 8 spot. We ride with him. Swader ahead in the 7. Now let's see Swader go to the 6 spot. They are duking it out. They are prize fighting. They know they've got to hurry up. They're just past the halfway. Contact down into turn number 1 and 2. They'll work down in there. Matson's going to cross it on over. Watch this battle. 3 deep and selling cheap to turn number 3.
Oh, how do you do in there as well? Right now I have to think Colton Anderson he can't be comfortable where he's at, because he has to know they are just wild behind him now. Kyle Swader, Braden Matson now up to that 6th spot. We'll see if he can mount a charge, come after Anderson now. There you see the 6th place car, Braden Matson, the white, black, and pink, number 21, and he's got a lot of momentum down the back chute.
He can use it up around the top side, but you watch that 23 machine down there on the bottom side. of Anderson. Anderson is just smooth, smooth as silk down around the midsection of the racetrack, Sean, and that's where he's doing it. Now look at this. Here they come. Oh, I thought it'd have been a big slider, but not a big one, as he didn't scrub off any speed. Now it is Colton Anderson back into the number 5 spot as they hurry down the back straightaway. Look at this battle for the transfer.
Oh my, and there's a whole bunch of cars starting to stack up here as Logan Rumsey has ran away from the field, but that is second place. David Howlett, you see here the blue and white car, that's second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, all on your screen. Only the top 5 go, and the white flag is out for the leaders.
White's out. It's time to win it or wear it. Go checkers or wreckers. 5 on front is what's going to be the next one. Down the back straightaway, down the front straightaway. Checkered flag will come out. It'll be Logan Rumsey with a win. Big trouble. We've got him cracked up, stacked up back there deep in the field as it's Rumsey, Toder, Howlett, Frank, and Swader all moving into the B main here tonight. Man, what a battle it was for a transfer spot there, Sean.
That got wild, and it was close, and well, you saw, you called it checkers or wreckers on that final lap. Checkers part going to Logan Rumsey, Toder, Howlett, Frank, Swader. They all keep their shoes on here tonight and go to the A main. I believe we've got 2 more B features to come our way here tonight. Oh, one more B main with 5 transfer spots up for grabs.
Here we go. It'll be Hayden Harvey in the 55 for Vanderpool Racing. Dustin Hall from Slick Sim Sports in the 331.
Kane Deller starts third on the grid in the 95. J-Mac, Jamie McCarron for the Firm Motorsports number 24 outside of him.
It'll be Joe Bonehurst in the 17 and Mike Augustine in the 72.
Starting 7th, Ty Williams in the 27. Rico Robles in the 3 starts outside row 4.
Row number 5 is Kevin Hanley in the 110 and Michael Hinsey there in the 4.
Then we'll find Adam Hubbarding starting 11th in the 42, and joining him in row 6 is Hayden Cardwell in the number 9.
Starting 13th and 14th, it's Ernie Williams Jr. and then 191 Black Diamond Motorsports entry. And from the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, it's Corey Austin, the 92.
Your 15th starter is Braden Baker, the number 71. John Helms starts outside row number 8. He pilots car 21.
It'll be J.P. Scheiderer in the 48 and Jacob Smith in the 8, your final 2 starters. Looking for the green flag, Sean, and we are looking for 5 more to go dancing tonight. Here we go. Green's in the air, it's waving, and we are at and off to the races in your final last chance B main. Look at this, it's going to get right and tight down the back straightaway as Dustin Hall's going to the race lead. Look out, we got them all stacked up back there deep in the field.
Oh, fortunately, everyone's going to continue on, but a tough break there for Hayden Harvey. He lost several spots. Rico Robles out to the race lead early on in this one. Dustin Hall just sneaking into that spot. 3-car race for the front position as they come off turn number 4.
Down the front straightaway, Hall, then it's Cardwell, Robles, Bornhorst, and Deller. Deller there in the 95, your 5th and final transfer car. Now look at this, here comes Hayden Cardwell. Cardwell's going to get the daily double down the back straightaway and off at turn number 4.
Yeah, then he gets the wall on the front straightaway. Here comes Dustin Hall to his inside. Cannot complete the pass. Cardwell leads Hall, Robles top 3. Breaking away just a little bit as here comes Bornhorst to the inside line. He's got it. At least 4th, looking for more. There's your final transfer position. Kane Deller has it. Harvey Austin all over him. Corey Austin right there as well.
Down the back straightaway, still back here. It is Deller. Deller and Harvey going to swing and hit at each other, the 55 and the 95. They work side by side. This is for the last chance to dance. It is the 24th starting spot right there up for grabs as they work on down. Hayden Harvey has got it. Now look at this, Joe Bornhorst in the 17. He's trying to better his starting spot into tonight's A. He's got to look at the race lead.
Every time you make a pass, you're moving up 1 row in the starting spot in tonight's A main. So that's why these drivers continue to battle. Hall there in 2nd, working the bottom. Bornhorst through the middle. Robles right behind them. That's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as they go into the corner. 5th place running Hayden Harvey, number 55, joining them off of turn 4.
Down the front straightaway, Rico Robles down on the bottom side. That 17 is Joe Bornhorst. Bornhorst is right there, and Hayden Harvey. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5 on screen as Hayden Cardwell is G-O-N-E gone on this one. As you've got now just 6 laps remaining as they work off a 2 down the back straightaway. Field ensuing this great battle for the number 2 spot.
Yeah, we've got a little contact there. Dustin Hall's not going to be happy about that. Could have cost him a transfer spot, but he was able to save it. Here comes Bornhorst to his outside. Robles in the black 3 trying to get the car back down to the bottom. And look at this. The rest of them outside of the transfer spots, they're starting to reel them in. They may have something to say before this one's over.
Well, you never know. Laps are still there. There's still time to do it. As I've always said, that guy running 6 right now, it says, so you're saying there's still a chance. We'll see what happens as they work him on in. Corey Austin, the 92, trying to reel that pack in, that 2, 3, 4, 5 position pack as they race on down. There are now just 2 laps remaining.
And that 92 of Corey Austin, he has been lightning fast here the last couple laps. He'll join this 4-pack of cars entering the corner. Not all of them are going to transfer. Nearly 4 wide as they come to the white flag. Austin's going to have to do something. They're 3 wide in front of him. Oh, my. Here we come into the final set of corners, Jerry.
Cardwell's going to pick up the win. We'll see how this one shakes and bakes on down the front straightaway. Bornhorst, Robles, Harvey, and Corey Austin. As I said, with 2 to go, he looked and said, so what you're saying is I still have a chance. And he did, and he made it work as he came into the number 5 spot. So we'll take a quick look at your 5 transfer cars. Hayden Cardwell, Joe Bornhorst, Rico Robles, Hayden Harvey, and Corey Austin all going to the A-main here momentarily. And Sean, we've got a little warm-up session. While they're warming on up, we're going to head on out and take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our starting lineup for tonight's A-main event here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. If you ain't from here, then you won't understand.
Sean, they've had a chance to take a look at the racetrack, and it is time for 50 laps the distance, and let's take a look at your starting pack from back to front. Rolling off 24th, it's Corey Austin just making the show with that B-main transfer spot in the 92, and Kyle Swader in the 25 to his inside.
The 11th row, Hayden Harvey for Vanderpool Racing, the 55 outside, Trevor Frank inside in car 15.
Here we go. It'll be Rico Robles in the 3 for Momentum Sim Sports, and the 7, your fast qualifier tonight, David Hollett in the 7 machine.
Row number 9, it's Joe Bornhorst on the outside in 17, and alongside him, the 03 of Ethan Toder.
Going to Hayden Cardwell, Driving the 57 car tonight in the 16th starting spot, and the 41 from Slick Sim Sports, that is Logan Rumsey.
Row 7 on the outside, it's Kenny Miller, a feature winner this week in the 39. Darcy Wilson, the 5, inside of him.
Then we go to the 99, which of course is Chase Hardy tonight. That is the 116. And your points leader coming into the Speed Weeks, that is the 43 from Momentum Sim Sports. It's Clayton Tilley.
Top 10 starters go like this. Outside row number 5, it's the 28 of Aiden Beerline. And next to him, J.D. Brown in the 14.
That'll be David Allen driving the TSM number 1. And three-time world champion driving the 12 out of Quebec, Canada. That is the team ABR Esports of Alex Bergeron.
Starting outside row number 3, it's Justin Stoles in the 23. And going from 5th in the 51, it's Mark Broderick.
Going to row number 2 to the inside, it is the D1RT, Cole Cabre in the 13, the 00, Kendall Tucker.
Your front row has Travis Oldfield on the outside in the 38. And on the pole, it is Tyler Schell in the 85. That is your starting lineup as the field starts to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports.
They will stack and rack them down the back straightaway and give you a couple laps of sexiness. The 4 abreast salute to you fans watching at home. Sean, what a night it's been so far. What a great first 2 nights. It has been a great speed week so far. And of course, don't forget there's a handful of more nights coming up. Tomorrow night we go with the Firm. And then I believe Friday night cap things off. So, National Sims Racing Series on Friday night. So, Sean, you've asked for the best. You've got them 4 abreast. It is your Mimi's Makings in Motions 410 sprint cars here on World of Thunder Esports League, Worldwide iRacing League Association Speed Weeks. Wow.
Love this.
Pretty good
night.
It's been a pretty good hump day so far. I mean, what a way to cap off your hump day Wednesday with some 410 sprint action here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Once again, a big thanks to Mimi's Makings in Motion, one of our great sponsors on World of Thunder Esports League. Of course, you can catch the Mimi's Makings in Motion Super Late Models every Sunday night with the Super Sunday Fun Day right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. And Sean, I think we're getting ready to go green flag.
Oh yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy 40 trips around the Cedar Lake Speedway. We are 1 lap away from the green flag here tonight. Tyler Schell, Travis Oldfield, side by side on that front row.
Sean, who you got to the win tonight? Who do you think?
Well, if you're going to give me the first pick, I'm going to take the world champ, Alex Bergeron. 7th starter on the grid. Plenty of time to get there.
I think I'm going to go from the guy rolling off 3rd, Kendall Tucker. I think he's got it to do it tonight. But we'll find out. So, Cardwell to Wheeler. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's showtime here at Cedar Lake. We're going to fan them out 4 wide. Oh, Doctor, doesn't take long to get this one going. Is down the back straightaway. Oldfield's going to be there. Cabaret, there it is. Schell and Tucker. What a battle you've got up front for lap number 1, Sean.
These are world-class drivers showing you why they are world-class. 4 wide on the opening lap, and nobody's touched a wheel yet. Oldfield, Cabre, Schell, the top 3, hustling in 3. Off of 4, Travis Oldfield's going to lead 2 laps in the books.
Oldfield on out front. Cabaret working the 2 spot. Schell, Tucker, Volts. Now look at this. Alex Bergeron. Bergeron has now moved up to the 7th spot. Now watch the 85 machine on the bottom of Tyler Schell. Schell will thread the eye of the needle. He will become the meat in the sandwich for that 3-car breakaway up front. It'll be Oldfield, Cabaret, Schell, Tucker, and Vulture top 5. Still the 85 on the hustle.
Great battle going on here for second between Schell and Cabre. That is allowing Oldfield to pull away just a little bit, and throwing his name into that battle is Kendall Tucker as well. Tucker works the bottom as the other 2 fight for real estate on the top of the speedway. 2 for 1 move possibly here as Kendall Tucker rips it off of turn number 4 on the bottom side by side with Cabre.
Right down there on the bottom, you see Tucker there, and look at this. Here it comes, creeping and crawling down around the tires. It is a 12 of Alex Bergeron. Bergeron's going to let her in there, slide it on up just a little bit, let him know he's there as he works on in there. This is now Alex Bergeron to the number 5 spot. JD Brown back around the outside of the number 14 car. This is your battle for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
As it is still Oldfield out front pulling away just a little bit, but you see this pack of cars. They are all bunched up, and we're not too far away from coming into lap traffic here on the Cedar Lake Speedway. Cabray, Tucker still second and third. Coming to the inside, here comes Shell coming back for position, working to the inside of Tucker. Cannot get there. Tucker closes the door. Now they go 3 wide for the position.
Down the back straightaway, setting up the way this one looks right now at the end of 40. Sean, it could be 3 for 3 on different feature wins. Winners, we'll find it. Tucker still there in the number 3 spot. It'll be Tyler Shell down there in the 85. The 14 is JD Brown. Alex Bergeron right back there in the number 6 spot. Stoltz will follow. Out front it is going to be Travis Oldfield, your race leader, as we work him down into turn number 1 and 2.
Look at these different lines, a little tuck into the concrete there, and it slowed down Bergeron just a little bit. I believe that was Shell that got into the wall. It was. Now they'll come off of the turn, seeing varying lines all around this speedway. Here's Hayden Cardwell, the 9 in the 8th position, coming forward from 16th on the starting grid, I believe. So look at him working down into turn number 3. Varying lines, nearly 3 wide at the top of the speedway.
You're going to have to be ginger around the top on this one, Eastat, as you look at him. The 85 machine down there, he has got his hands full. Here comes a 71 there. It is Alex Bergeron back there as we go to our first caution of the A-Main. First caution is out. Yellow. We'll let everybody take a breath, grab the belts, and calm on down as we get ready to look and see what happened here. Hayden Cardwell. They're in the 57 machine down around the bottom of the racetrack.
Tire.
The tires, ooh.
The infield tractor tire.
You suppose that Wheeler could get a good close-up replay of this, and then Hayden Cardwell could submit this as his video to the infield tire?
Yes,
The Facebook page, because they want to see your video of hitting the infield tire. And he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always
and then the granddaddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's good enough for me, Willie. Yes, that was good.
For Hayden Cardwell, that gave us an opportunity to get a real good close-up to see that he has put the fresh paint on there. It does say Rico Abreu on the side of the car instead of Kyle Larson. So, yeah, it did give us that opportunity.
Yes. Well, I mean, maybe that's why he did it.
I don't think so. Travis Oldfield had a nice lead. He did not want to see this caution. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, and you want to know something, but he's out front leading 5 pro racers right behind him. And Tucker Cabray, now Kendall Tucker, here he comes. Kendall Tucker gonna slide that machine on the lead, but a 3 wide down the front straightaway. It's gonna be Oldfield. He's not giving up. He says, I don't care if you're world class. Man.
I thought for a moment the pace truck was joining the race, but the yellow is out. What a move there from Oldfield. You just talked about all those pro drivers all around him, and he's not intimidated to make that move off of turn 4 as we get our Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay of what happened here to put us under the caution. Clayton Tilley, the black and green 51 on the top of the racetrack, and real estate's at a premium. Logan Rumsey part of it, Kenny Miller part of that incident. He'll shoot up the racetrack, get into that outside wall, and hopefully not too much damage on these cars, and then a big pile up at the end of that. All sorts of trouble puts us back under the caution here, Jerry.
Exactly. Tough break for those drivers, so we'll see. But yeah, like you said, the old Vanderpool Racing 38 machine at Travis Oldfield. Taking a look there as we watch the thing scrolling on the ticker, you see your A-class drivers, your B, and of course your world-class drivers there. Tucker, Shell, Cabray, Bergeron, JD Brown, Hayden Cardwell, and Travis Oldfield. Look at that. Not that that's a bad rating, but he is a B-rated driver, leading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 world-class racers. Wow.
For those who may not be familiar with this, when you start iRacing, you get a rookie ranking. Then you move up to C class, then B class, then A class, and then only a very small percentage of all of the world's drivers get that pro rank.
Yeah,
I will never get there, Jerry. So
No,
this is an impressive run here as Oldfield brings us back to that green.
I tell you what, this is why you never give up, and the underfunded little guy team still has a chance. As it's Oldfield, your race leader, Kendall Tucker, working the number 2 spot. Bergeron now has come to 3rd. We watch the battle back here ensue for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Down the back straightaway, look at this Bergeron down off the bottom side. Boom! Went to play Jeopardy as he just cashed in on the daily double in the 12th car.
Oh, but 2 more drivers coming right back after him, and they'll get him. So from 4th to 2nd, back to 4th. Look at this 3-car battle for 2nd as they take it in there. No love spared between these drivers. They are cutting each other, no extra inches as they battle back down to turn number 1 behind Oldfield.
It is Kendall Tucker right there working the outside of the racetrack on Alex Bergeron. Now Bergeron will let it drift up to the top side. Now here's where things are going to happen as these 2 and 3 and 4 place racers keep in this battle of side by side. It's going to let Travis Oldfield run his own race, and when it gets up to there, he's got to remember, dance with the one you brought, and that's the line you've been racing, because if he races that line these next handful of laps, Sean, Bergeron's going to have a real hard time getting around him.
But the world champ is the world champ for a reason, and you see him closing in on your race leader. Down into turn 1 they go in each other's tire tracks as Tucker works the opposite line down on the bottom, and he clipped a couple of tires, allowed Tyler Schell to take 3rd. Battle for the lead off of turn number 4. Alex Bergeron has it at lap 27.
Boom, bang, got him. It is the 12 of Bergeron, but look at this Oldfield around the outside, but Bergeron has found something. You see him grip that moisture down the bottom of the back straightaway, and there is just a little bit of moisture left in the cushion around the top of turn number 4. Now Oldfield, he's rattled a little bit, knows he let Bergeron get past him. He's got to keep it. I mean, I tell you what, running second to Alex Bergeron, it's like picking up a feature any night of the week. As you see Tucker right there now trying to chase down Tyler Schell in the 85.
The other thing that Oldfield needs to remind himself of here is we're coming up to lap traffic. As you see a battle here, Kenny Miller coming back through the field, Wilson just behind him. But as you come into lap traffic, sometimes it's better to be in that second spot than the leader. You can let that leader kind of make the moves and make the line to get through the slower traffic. We'll see if that plays into effect. As great battle going on here for the 9th position, which belongs to Miller right there in the white car. Saw Darcy Wilson get just past him down there on the bottom of the Great Clips 9.
Darcy Wilson down around the bottom side, but now as you talked about it, Sean, we're going to hit lap traffic. Bergeron, Oldfield, Schell, and Tucker. That's your top 4. 5th is Brown, then it's Rumsey. Now Stoltz to 7th, Rumsey to 8th, Wilson, Harvey, and Wilson. That's your top 10. They'll work down into turn number 1 and 2. Laps winding down, just over 10 laps to go in this one.
It is still Bergeron off of turn number 4. His lead continues to grow as he masterfully navigates Cedar Lake Speedway. 2nd place, though, up for grabs right now. A 2nd behind your race leader, Oldfield and Schell, right there together. Schell's in that 3rd spot, ripping off the top of the speedway in the 85. See him, another world-class racer in 3rd, starting to size up Oldfield for position number 2 as Bergeron works in traffic, and we come to 10 laps to go.
You got 2 handful in the air. That's 5 and 5 equals 10. Bergeron, Oldfield, Schell, Tucker, Cabaret. Then it is Brown, Rumsey, Stoltz, Harvey, and Wilson. That is your top 10 with 10 to go. They will work the back half of 10 with 9 laps remaining. Everybody finding that place they want to run. Because if you give up any bit of real estate or any ground, Sean, the car behind you, well, it's going to pounce like a puma and take that spot away from you.
Absolutely. We see J.D. Brown trying to do that to Cole Cabrera right now as we speak. Down into 1 they go. Brown on the bottom. Slow slider up to the top. Whoa, make a sneak around there from Cole Cabrera to hold on to a spot in the top 5. They'll come back off of turn number 4 as you see Hayden Harvey coming through several spots. You saw the update down there on the bottom of the screen. You see him right there running in position number 9, 3 wide off of turn 2. Down the back, straight away they go, and we'll be coming around to 5 laps remaining in tonight's main event for Alex Bergeron.
So Bergeron still out front. Oldfield, Shell, Tucker, Cabrera. That's your top 5 down the front straight away. You see them right there. It is going to be lapping up to the 18th spot right now. Is that 12 machine of Alex Bergeron, your race leader? They'll work off of turn number 4 and down the front straight away, dominating by almost 2 seconds. Is the advantage. I mean, not as big a lead as Kyle Larson will have in a late model, but 2 seconds. Here is a big-time lead for your world champion.
And you see why he is the world champion. He is working masterfully through this lap traffic, but you can start to see that lead is going away. There's Travis Oldfield in the second spot. Now, he's got it down under a second, but he's got cars between him. Can he get there and make another run at the world champ? If he's going to do so, he's running short on time, but he is throwing caution to the wind here, Jerry.
Is what have I got to lose? He's leading. I'm running second. If I can get to him, I'm gonna. White's out, and it's the final circuit down the back straightaway into turn 3 off of turn 4. Gonna be our third different winner on our third stop at Speedweeks from Quebec, Canada. It is the world champion Alex Bergeron to the win. Oldfield, Tucker, Cabrera, and Brown going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so that wraps up stop number 3 in a whale of a feature here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Your winner coming from the 4th row to get the victory, and did so in just over 20 laps to get out front. And I think we'll have an opportunity, Jerry, to talk to all of our drivers down here on the podium in our top 3. We'll have a word with all of them. First, a look at your unofficial results from tonight's Worldwide iRacing League Association Speedweek event. You see Alex Bergeron coming out on top, Travis Oldfield in second. Those 2 drivers led the lion's share of tonight's event. Kendall Tucker finishes 3rd, Cole Cabrera 4th, J.D. Brown completing your top 5.
Taking a look at the back half of your top 10, Logan Rumsey goes 6, 7, Justin Stoltz, 8, Hayden Harvey, 9th is Darcy Wilson, and Hayden Cardwell rounding out the top 10.
David Allen, 11th. Kenny Miller was 12th. Joe Bornhorst finishes 13th. Tyler Shell, 14th. Aiden Beerline, 15th.
Going 16th through 20, it'll be Kyle Swader, Ethan Toder, Trevor Frank. Then it'll be Mark Broderick and Rico Robles, your top into your 20th spot.
And your final finishers making the show here tonight. And I tell you what, with tonight's field, nothing to hang your head on making the show. Clayton Tilley, Corey Austin, Chase Hardy, and David Howlett, your final finisher in tonight's main event.
Man, Alex Bergeron picks up tonight's feature event. Sean, while we wait for our top 3 to make their way into victory lane, I believe we are going to head back to the truck, pay some bills, and we will be back with your podium finishers here on Ultimate Dirt TV live from Cedar Lake Speedway. Sean, what a night number 3 here in the World Worldwide iRacing League Association stop number 3 for Speedweeks. 3 nights, 3 tracks, 3 different winners. Man, what a what a feat to say the least. And we're going to head on down into victory lane and meet with tonight's winner. Alex, fresh off that 3rd consecutive world championship in sprint cars, and decided it was time to get back on and jump in here and race with us tonight. Congratulations, A, on the win, and B, on that 3rd title.
Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, that was a good race so far. I mean, we started a bit deep, and you have a bit of issues there on the beginning of the race, just trying to find a good line. And afterwards, we found a good line up top in 1 and 2, and rubber kind of seemed to come in and outside of turn 4 there, and I was just rolling smoothly, and the car felt great, and I was able to pass the cars in front. And I think they had no caution there after that final restart. So just to get true lap cars and not get wrecked, and just bring it on, basically.
We watched that thing kind of transpire. Like we said, you think started back there in the 8th starting spot, so on the outside of row number 4. So it's not like you was able to run a hide with this. Qualifying probably wasn't what you wanted to see, but we're able to park it in the show. Walk us through, like you said, it started taking a little bit of rubber, but man, that pass for the win. You just off the bottom to the top. You just had to let that thing eat, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just all about being smooth, really. And this track, it takes a lot of smoothness. And we've been here with the World Championship series, and I was able to start up front and lead the whole way. But I had a lot of guys being able to come back to me, and Shell and Eden's there in the final couple of laps. But this time seems like the track played out and really good, very well. And especially in these races where it's open or group qualifying like that. Even if you start, maybe dead last, you still have a shot to win, because qualifying makes a lot of difference when you start up front, depending, who's around you and whatnot. So, really, I think we had a good showing tonight, and it's great to be in victory lane here tonight with Wolf Thunder.
You bet. Walk us through it. I know you. We see on the on outdoors running. You not only race on iRacing, but when you get a chance to get stateside and race the sprint cars, what do you guys? Because I know I've got some friends that know that you're racing this, and we're doing some stuff back and forth. What's the outlook out there in Canada with being able to do some stuff this summer and hopefully getting you back across the border to race with the Outlaws and the All Stars and all those touring series?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great to go versus these guys if I was given the chance, with the 410. But even though I drove a 410 to test sessions, I mean, it's a wild thing. But for us, with the 360 motor, we have a few races in New York State. There's a few of them here in Canada, but with COVID and everything like that, I don't think we'll be able to race a lot. But I just kind of survive first, and you have to live first before you go to race. It takes money to live as well. So really, just a matter of time. And, if I had any opportunity to go race for someone else as well, I mean, anything helps. And honestly, I would drive anything with 4 wheels in the motor. So, for us right now, there's nothing in stone, just sitting around and hopefully to be able to race and have some partners on board. And even if we have already our partners, it takes a lot to go race, and it takes a lot of money too. So, like I said, nothing in stone. We'll just see how it goes, and our focus now just trying to get as many wins as possible in iRacing, and try to get a Ford championship next year. I don't think hopefully it can happen. It takes a lot of hard work, and we'll just keep at it and see how it goes, really.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter whether you're outdoors, out racing your 360 outside or racing these 410s or whatever you're racing with us here on World of Thunder and on Ultimator TV. It's just being smooth, persistent, and staying on top of your game. And I know you got a lot of great people that help you out, Alex. Who do you want to thank for the 3rd championship, and then of course tonight's big win here at Cedar Lake?
Yeah, well, everybody supports me, and especially Team EBR Esports with Rebecca, Jason, and Brendan, and everybody that helps me out, my family, my dad, and everybody, all of our partners, CSI Shocks, Biologic Cab, BK Designs, Wiring Farm Equipments, Stucco, and ABR Setup Shop, and everybody, like I said, all the fans out here tuning in all the time. And, you guys are an awesome job for broadcasting, and it's great to be here in Victory Lane. And hopefully, I think next time I'll be racing, which you guys be Sunday night. So we'll see how it goes, and basically, we'll try to get another win.
There you go, Alex. Great job picking up the win tonight. Alex Bergeron in tonight's 410 feature event. And Sean, you found a guy that he went to the Lions Den and came out with a great second place run.
That is exactly the story tonight for Travis Oldfield. Travis, second place run, but when you look at the names on the list tonight, particularly those behind you, you have to almost be on cloud 9 right now, right?
Oh yeah, to say I'm hyped right now is an understatement. When I got out front early there, I thought for sure they were going to get right back around me, and about lap 10, I'm like, oh, I actually might have some speed here.
What was it like racing there with the lead? I know Cabré threw some moves at you. Shell was all over you. Eventually, Bergeron was up there. What's it like running with that class and caliber of racers? And for the most part, you come out on top.
Yeah, it's so nice to race against those guys because they'll take every inch that you give them, but usually they don't take more than you give them. It's always clean racing with those guys, and just to be up front it's just a blast to be racing with those guys.
All right, we know you led a good portion of the first half. It looked like Alex got out to a little over a 2-second lead over you, and then 4 or 5 laps to go, he got caught up in a whole bunch of lap traffic. Could you see how much you were closing in, and what were you telling yourself at that point?
Yeah, I saw the lap traffic started to hold him up, and I wanted to give it more gas, but then you spin, and then you start sliding around, and I was trying so hard to catch him without screwing up, but a 3-time world champion, he knows how to handle lap traffic.
And tonight, the only one who beat you was that 3-time world champion. Who do you need to thank for this fantastic run here this evening for that 38 ride?
I got to thank my team and everybody that supports the team. I got to thank Vanderpool Racing, first of all. They helped me out a ton with setups and everything. I got to thank Jack's Wax, another sponsor that supports the team. Vanderpool Construction, Ritz Photography, NOS Energy Drink, Complete Collision Services, and those guys just help out a ton. They're so great.
Travis Oldfield, runner-up here tonight. Congratulations. Let's head over. Yeah, Jerry Van Sickle catching up with our third-place finisher, Kendall Tucker.
Kendall, I tell you, they asked the picks. I picked you. I at least got you on the podium. Nice run tonight, bud.
Yeah, well, I hate to let you down there, Jerry. So that's my bad, man.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We just was trying something different on the setup there for the first time. I've honestly ran the same A-main setup for a year and a half, and the Pro Series just ended Monday. So just honestly, it's the first race since then. So we just tried something else different, and it was okay. It came and went in spurts there. After I think that last restart there, we was honestly battling for the lead, and I thought I got passed by Alex there on the very bottom, and with all them cautions there before then, I kind of figured the track would go through some type of change, and the middle was really good there, but just kind of went away. So I went down to that bottom, and, it felt good, and we was battling. Then Alex got clear of me, and then it kind of just migrated back up to the top. But I probably stuck on that bottom in 1 and 2 for way too long. I probably should just went up to the top a little sooner, and we maybe could have reeled him in. But I don't know. We kind of got a rhythm right there once we finally did change or switch lines up. Just kind of needed a caution there to see if we had anything for him.
Walk us through that. You talk about the, you hadn't raced since the Pro Series on Monday. I mean, you and Alex went right down to the final night on that world champ for the Outlaws deal. I mean, you still had a mathematical shot at that thing, didn't you?
Nah, I think that was Hayden. I think you got us mixed up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I always get.
I was in third there. I mean, we was in the thick of it there for for about 5 to 6 weeks, I would say. And then honestly, we just started having some just terrible luck, man. It was awful. It makes me sick thinking about some of the bad luck that happened. So I don't know. We'll just stick around here and keep trying some stuff out. With all these updates, I don't know, these new builds, they come out and there's nothing in the note patches or nothing that says that they changed anything. And I don't know if it's just in all of our heads or whatever here, but I feel like everything changes. So we'll just keep searching here and hopefully find a good balance and be battling for wins.
There you go. A lot of great sponsors. Hey, I'll with you every time the car comes to the racetrack. Who do you want to thank for the win or the third place? Excuse me.
Yeah, just all my guys over at Swindell Speed Lab and Slick Sim Sport for all the help. K1 Race Gear, Bear Archery, Emma Performance, South Bay Partners. There's a ton of people behind the scenes that make it happen. So thanks to all of them. They know who they are. So we'll see y'all on down the road. Thanks for the race, and y'all have a good one.
All right, Kendall Tucker coming home in the 3 spot tonight, and Sean, night number 3, 3 different winners. We move tomorrow night. We go to the firm. Firm going to be hosting stop number 4 for the Speed Weeks at Lima Land. So another tight quarters bull ring tomorrow night. Man, what a good old hump day. What a good old hump day. Way to cap it off. Great Wednesday night racing.
Yeah, nice, great way to break up the work week and help get us to that weekend a little bit better. And man, the caliber of racing here tonight, what an event we just witnessed. And boy, that was a show right there. Congratulations to all the front runners. Congratulations to those who made the A main, because the talent ran deep here tonight at Cedar Lake, and what a race it was.
It was amazing. So we're going to kick on out of here. It's time to end your Wednesday night here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We do thank and appreciate each and every one of you for tuning on in. On behalf of the group at the Worldwide iRacing League Association, World of Thunder, our friends at Mimi's Makings in Motion for helping bring tonight's broadcast possible, of course, with all the Ultimate Dirt TV sponsors. It is our pleasure having each and every one of you here with us. Don't forget, tomorrow night, same time, not the same place. We'll be with the Firm Motorsports League at Lima Land tomorrow night at 9:30 or at 9 o'clock Eastern time. 9:30 Eastern time. 9:30 Eastern time tomorrow. So Brett Wheeler in the truck. The gang back at Race Control, Sean Neistat, and myself, Jerry Van Sickle, in the booth. It's been our pleasure having each and every one of you here on a Wednesday night with us. So until tomorrow night, have a safe trip home. Be good. God bless. And good night, everybody.